Hi! On the Woodpecker today, I'm making small wooden boxes to power small appliances at the cottage. At the cottage, I have two principal options to have 110 volt power. The first is my generator. The second is the power inverter hooked up to this big 12 volt battery. This battery powers a lot of things, like the water pumps, the fridge light, my electrical panel, and a lot more things. But my setup inside the cottage looks like crap. At one place, we plug things at the end of a cable to charge them. The other one is even worse. We have a splitter with a small inverter which always charges the small laptop I usually use for my CNC. But here, René uses it to play cards when I sleep. I want to make something nicer. To do so, I bought these 12 volt modules. But I need to make some boxes. For that, I'm going to use this wood I've just taken out of the firewood pile. In fact, this is the bottom stretcher of a dresser René tore apart. The first thing I do is to rip it all to the same width. Okay, it's all straight, but those carvings bother me. I plane them off. This was too thick anyway. After cutting the sides, I can make the box joint. When I'm done, it's time to glue the first box. While the glue dries, I go back to the table saw and cut more box joints. I also glue the second. Now I really need to wait for the glue to dry before I can sand the fingers excess. Okay, I left way too much excess. Next, I make sure the top and bottom are straight. I do this for both boxes. Then it's possible to cut a rabbet at the bottom of both of them for their bottoms. But I need to finish the job with chisels. Next, I can cut the bottoms. But before I'm able to glue it in place, I need to remove the varnish around the edges. Then I can glue the first bottom. And the second. When the glue is dry, I sand this. But I have an unexpected surprise. Yes, because my fingers were too long, now the pre-made faceplate doesn't fit anymore. I'm forced to make a bit of carving. Now that it fits, I can take care of the second box. On this one, I need to make my own faceplate. I begin by cutting a piece of masonite a little bit bigger than the box. Then I mark where to drill the holes. Now that I have lines everywhere, and I don't want to mess this up, I identify where to drill. Then I drill small holes on the marks. I trace from behind. Now I need to drill the holes from the front. So I use those small holes to guide the fastener bit on the other side. Then comes the screw holes. With the faceplate secure on the box, I can sand it to the size of the box and route a round over everywhere. Next, it's time to apply the finish. The faceplate receives 3 coats of black lacquer. Because my walls at the cottage are super dark, I stain the boxes dark brown. When the stain is dry, I spray 2 coats of clear finish. Now I'm ready to bring this to the cottage, where I make all the electrical connections for the first box. In fact, it's quite simple. After drilling the holes to screw this to the wall, I screw the box. After plugging it, I'm ready to charge the small grinding wheel René uses to groom the claws of her dog. But I'm not done. I also have to install the bigger box. On this box, I also have a small inverter. The first thing I do with my brand new inverter is to cut the power cord and use it to power the whole box. When I'm done, I can screw it to the wall. And finally, try it. One module tells the battery's voltage and gives the charging power. I also made the third box to use with my portable batteries. I need to take care of this box also. Perfect. Now I can power a Raspberry Pi directly from this. I also have the voltage of the battery. This is useful. I also can power small 12-volt accessories. I hope this was not too boring, but I needed those boxes at my cottage. So, I'll see you soon for another episode of the Woodpecker.